Hey YouTube, it's me Aaron and I am doing an update video. I have been documenting coming out as detrans and I'm detransitioning socially, and one of the first steps that I had mentioned was binding my chest so that I could see what I look like without breast, and my detrans journey from male to female back to male. So I've chosen to live as a effeminate man. I'm kind of too old to call myself a femboy, but I guess if you wanted just like a categorize how I present, I would say very femboy, like Finster. If you've watched the Finster streaming or Finster's videos, he is someone that presents basically feminine all the time but has a male gender identity. I was in medical transition from male to female on cross sex hormones for about a decade, a little bit more, and I was sharing my experience as a trans woman. But as I've gotten more into my journey and I have done a lot of therapy, a lot of soul searching, and finding out that, transitioning from male to female, yes, I did transition from male to female. I did legally change all of my stuff to female, and I'm not trying to rechange everything back right away. I mean, I just came out detrans to socials and to my family, and it's something where I'm not getting a lot of support on. My partner is a transgender woman, and she it just doesn't understand this detrans thing at all. My whole thing was that I never felt like I fit into the trans community. I was never very liberal. I was never um, one that was supporting non-binary people in the trans umbrella. I don't think the trans umbrella should really be including non-binary people. I believe that maybe it is a real thing, but it's not transsexualism. It's definitely not transsexualism, because being a transsexual, I'm a transsexual, and I'm just choosing to live as a guy, a feminine guy. But because of my gender dysphoria, it's why I wear girls' clothes like skirts, or um, have long hair, or I have eye makeup, but that's like all the makeup I have on me is eye makeup. But just presenting with a feminine personality, and that I let that show by the way I express myself through clothing. Um, but I feel at the core and at my soul that I am a guy, and that I have to acknowledge that maybe I never actually changed my sex as far as like in my brain. Maybe on paper I did. I'm legally a female on paper, but my gender identity is male. So I am a male to male detransitioner. So I'm documenting my detransition on YouTube, and I did a short video I uploaded about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago, and I made a video letting all of my trans viewers know I wish them nothing but support and happiness, and hope that their transitions bring them the comfort and alleviate their gender dysphoria the way that a transition is supposed to. People will say, well, Aaron, you're still dressing like a girl, you still wear a little makeup. Why are you calling yourself a boy? Have you not let go of that female identity? I've let go of the female identity. I just express myself as an effeminate man. I'm 33, so I feel like I'm a little bit too all old to call myself a femboy. But if I had to, I would say that that's what I would categorize myself as, a bisexual femboy. I prefer dating other men, but I am open and am currently dating a woman, a trans woman, and I have no support for my detransition from my partner, so I don't know if that relationship will last the long term through my detransition. I don't know if I'm going to want to present more masculine as I get older. Coming to terms with the fact that I am a guy and that I can be feminine and still be a guy, and that's okay. I don't need to identify as a woman just to present effeminate. and I'm binding. I don't have my binder in the mail. That it's coming tomorrow, but I'm binding with a ace bandage. So this was like amazing because I have a flat chest, and I have a little bit of a bump, but more or less I'm completely flat chested, and I'm limited with what I can wear because I have like two ace bandages wrapped around my chest. But that's why I went with a darker color so that it's less visible. But anyhow, it feels amazing, and it's so validating to look in the mirror and not see those breasts. Like, my breasts were an issue for my gender, or not my gender, my body dysmorphia, not gender dysphoria, body dysmorphia. So I grew up with an eating disorder, with restricting and trying to, I deal with anorexia. And as a result, my breasts were starting to affect my eating disorder to the point where I was restricting because I held so much weight in my chest that I felt like it was affecting my body dysmorphia and making me feel so fat. I don't know. I know that a lot of my viewers still kind of see me as a woman, and I've gotten a lot of really polite comments. I'm sure they have really good intention behind the comments, but they still see me as a woman, or say that I think like a woman, or that I had transitioned medically so long that I will always more or less be stuck a woman. And I hope that's not the case. I do hope there are viewers that watch me that do see me as a guy, because I do identify as a very effeminate man, and I would consider myself more gay than bi, but because I do enjoy dating other men a lot more than I enjoy dating females. But I will date trans girls. My current partner, as I said, is a trans girl, and I'm not getting very much support from at home for my my detransition. It's difficult, so I've gone to YouTube and to my social media. I made a Reddit account, or I deleted all my NSFW, like OnlyFans type promos that I had on a Reddit account, and came out in a D-Trans subreddit, deleted all of the inappropriate photos or things that showed my breast, and am just presenting as an effeminate guy. So this is my first step, was putting on and binding, and this I binded 30 minutes ago before I'm recording this. So I do feel a sense of euphoria. I feel thinner, like when I bind, when I look in the mirror and I put a shirt on, I feel like I look a lot thinner. I don't have all that weight holding in my chest. And I realized that transitioning wasn't for me, from male to female. I went back to male, MTFTM, because I realized I never changed my sex. I mean, I changed my gender marker and my name on things like my driver's license or my passport or even my birth certificate. I rewrote it as if I was actually born a female. And I'm not ready to commit to making all those changes and reversing them back to my birth name, Aaron, back to my birth sex, male, because I do present female, and based off the feedback that I've gotten in these videos, I do realize that people probably, the overall consensus is people see me as a female because of my appearance and aesthetic, and the fact that I have had FFS and I don't grow facial hair. I'm aware that because I had electrolysis, that even if I go back on male HRT, like T, if I go back on testosterone, because of all the electrolysis I had, I'm never going to grow facial hair again. And I had like things like a cheek augmentation and effeminization, rhinoplasty. So I'll never be able to masculinize those features again. I'm not going to commit to more plastic surgery or cosmetic stuff at this time. I'm just taking it day by day and sharing this journey, and acknowledging to myself it's okay to be a guy. I can call myself a guy and still love myself. And I actually feel like I love myself a lot more when I'm acknowledging my truth. I realized I never truly, I changed my sex on paper for all intents and purposes, but my identity has always it's ever changing. I wouldn't say it's always one thing, but I've come to the realization that I am mentally and spiritually and emotionally a guy. I'm a man, and I'm an effeminate man, but I'm still a man, and I'd like to be acknowledged as such in my comments. Having a lot of comments on my last two videos, basically how some people think I still think like a woman because of how long I was on female HRT, and I still am taking female HRT, but that's my identity is male. And I guess a lot of people kind of still see me as a female, and I understand that the initial transition from male to female from 10 years, 11 years ago, it didn't happen overnight, and I have to realize that with this too. And because I have had feminization work on my body, that there's certain things I can't change unless I had more surgery. So I'm just taking this like slow and sharing my emotions on YouTube and on Reddit so that people can hopefully learn from my experience, or if someone shares a similar feeling where they realize that maybe they were confused when they went through their transition, and maybe I was having an identity crisis at some point in my life, but that I'm happy with myself and who I am today. And it feels so nice to have a flat chest. I can't tell you how much that makes me smile. And I don't know if I'm like in a bind full time. When that binder comes in tomorrow, I'll know how I feel about it pretty quick, I think. I'm going to wrap this video up. This is just a check-in with all my viewers, especially my subscribers. And if you like this video and I'm new to my videos, if you're new to my videos, I suggest you subscribe. And if you like my videos, it helps my algorithm pick up, and I'm usually able to get between 1,000 and 3,000 views for each video. I give them a few days to pick up traction and let the algorithm pick them up, but please help me spread awareness. If you can, share this video. Feel free to comment. I will respond in a timely fashion. I haven't really been able to respond to all of the love I've been getting, but I promise you it's not unnoticed. It means the world to me, and thank you so much for your support. I hope that I can help teach other people that are in a similar situation, and sharing my journey will hopefully make them feel less alone. And that's, I guess, my bottom line, is that I want to let other guys that have transitioned, that realize that they're unhappy living as a female or having a female gender identity, and I'm realizing that my natal sex is male and my mental gender is male as well. So it's really nice just to be able to say those words after 10 years of suppressing that. Anyhow, I'll see y'all next video, and hope this helps, and hope everyone is doing well, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye bye.